I didn't think we were going to get answers. Or at least I didn't think we were going to get partial answers into what's going on with Black Noir. So, for people who didn't read the comics, in the comics, Black Noir is essentially a clone of Homelander. He was designed as a failsafe, basically kill Homelander in the event that he started doing diabolical shit outside of the diabolical shit that Vought usually gets down to. The show took a completely different direction with Homelander. With Black Noir. He's his own character. Like, he is his own dude, which we saw that during the last season when Maeve pulls off the mask and it was a black dude, or at least we saw the skin tone to let us know that it was a black dude underneath the mask. And finally, we actually got to see who the actor was playing Homelander. His name is Nathan Mitchell. And we actually got to see him this season without the mask on, talking, being bright, vibrant, having his own opinions, talking with a younger version of what's his name? El Pollo Loco himself, fucking Gus Fring. But then something happens. A fight occurs, the Russians abscond off with Soldier Boy, and Black Noir looks fried. The injuries that he was said to have sustained was damage to his voice box, damage to one of his eyes, which made speaking difficult and talking difficult, which is why, for the most part, going forward, we only ever see him with the mask. Now, for most supes, especially the powerhouse supes, such as Maeve, Homelander himself, and Black Noir, when they receive injuries, they can heal at a rapid rate ahead, way faster than, of course, normal humans can. Maeve once said that she essentially stopped the locomotive with a punch, or like she ran up and like she shouldered the locomotive to stop it, and it completely shattered like her arm, and then like a month later her arm was fine. Homelander's never received injury, ever. He is pristine. He's one of the few supes that's so powerful that basically he is the Superman of their universe. He has never in any way, shape, or form been hurt. For Black Noir, he was hurt, but he did not regenerate the way in which most of the other supes did. That is one of the reasons why I actually believe that Soldier Boy is the reason for Black Noir's injury. And if he's not the reason for Black Noir's injuries, then the weapon that they used initially hit Black Noir, damaged him, then something happened between the weapon and Soldier Boy, and they both essentially fused and came together, and then the Russians absconded with Soldier Boy once they essentially realized that they had basically made the most dangerous supe on the American side at that point in time infinitely more dangerous. And we see that they're running experiments in that lab where we finally ran into the hamster from the comic books, where they essentially were giving the hamsters a version of what it looks like to be their Compound V. And I don't even think Vought is aware of that Compound V. But the more interesting happens when Kimiko takes a full blast from Soldier Boy, which is earlier when she's on the mission, we see her get shot in the head. And she has like that really dope Wolverine X2 scene where basically like the bullet falls out and then the wound closes up and then she gets up and freaks out the girls. She can survive basically being killed. We've seen her be killed multiple times in the series. Black Noir stabs her multiple times in the chest and like freaking rips out her guts, and she regenerates from that. Stormfront broke her neck, she regenerated from that as well. But when Soldier Boy blasted her, her regenerative abilities did not kick in. She was basically rendered back to being human to the point where she could die. Now, are they going to pull the trigger and actually kill Kimiko? There's a probability that that could happen, but at the exact same time, we've already seen that in order to reactivate someone's superpowers, or at least supercharge their abilities, all you have to do is inject them with Compound V, and Butcher and Huey are running around with Temp V that will temporarily boost her powers to get her back in fighting form. I don't think they're going to kill her character. But for Black Noir's character, I think that the damage that he received from Soldier Boy back then was so catastrophic that it did not heal. which led to basically the constant mask on persona, and also why he follows Edgar's orders down to the T. Because basically him and Edgar came up through Vought together, and not only did they come up through Vought together, basically Edgar was warning him that you should wear the full suit of armor. That way you're 100% protected. He didn't listen. He ate that damage, and ever since then he's put his faith in Edgar to essentially send him down the right path. But yeah, I can't wait until the next episode. I really can't wait until the next episode to see exactly what happened to Soulja Boy, and also the expansion on what exactly is going on between Soulja Boy and Mother's Milk, because it seems as though they had a run-in in the past where either Soulja Boy did something or something happened in regards to Soulja Boy that led to the death of MM's entire family, and he's holding that grudge. And I'm wondering whether or not basically they're gonna, did he kill Soulja Boy in the comic books? I feel like he did. I feel like MM did kill Soulja Boy in the comic books. It'll be interesting because it doesn't seem as though they're going with the Soulja Boy from the comic books, where essentially there was the Captain America version of Soulja Boy, and that version died, and he was replaced by another version of Soulja Boy. And then that Soulja Boy is a Soulja Boy that is basically terrified of fighting and pisses himself. I don't think we're getting that version, but at the exact same time, we're gonna have to sit around and see. I'm super excited for the boys, but yeah, comment down below. Do you think that Soulja Boy is the weapon that basically did that damage to Black Noir, or do you believe that at some point in time Soulja Boy and the weapon fused, probably after the weapon was used on Noir, and when Soulja Boy was rendered unconscious from it, the Russians basically absconded away with his body, and then Vought had to basically frame it that he was killed saving like a nuclear reactor or something along those lines. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.